Your name is
Jerry Hildenberg.
and this guy. And do you have any other name?
Better known as Herbie.
Herbie, okay.
What year did you come here?
I wish I knew that answer.
Gene, situation.
What was your first car? Do you remember your first car?
A Chevy Coupe, I think it was. My uncle had in Coon Rapids, Iowa, and he drove it down here, and I bought it from him.
I wasn't 16 until after I graduated. Tom Toomey, I bought a 1926 Chevy from my brother. And I used to drive that around town, and neither one of us had a license. Wooden bolts up the side.
I remember that.
Did you ever have a car during high school?
Car?
No car? How'd you get around?
Walk.
Did you have a girlfriend in high school?
You shouldn't ask that question. No, I'll tell you what about our class. We were all friends. We were a very close class. Yes, we dated. I dated a lot of the girls, just because we were close friends and good buddies and everything.
How about you, Herbie? Did you have any girlfriends in high school?
Clarendon and I dated all through high school.
Boyfriend that was a favorite or anything?
We had several.
A favorite teacher?
Sackaway was my favorite teacher
Favorite teacher?
in high school.
In high school.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roger Colson, but he was extremely close, and Betty Sunderland, and they eventually got married.
The year the girls went to state, we were playing substitute.
And I still will never forget a layup I missed in that game.
You never remember the ones you made?
I don't know, I don't. I remember I go free and I went in for a layup, and I don't know how I blew that, but that's bothered me all my life.
Jerry had one about when they first played football at Columbus Junction. There was an individual that stepped on his hand on purpose. So, did you girls get rough with it? Football started in 49. That was the first, because they had it for a while and they did away with it.
Well, we had a winning season. I don't know if it was 5-3 or 4-3, something like that. But I can remember the first game we ever played in was down in Columbus Junction. And I remember one time I was carrying the ball and got tackled, and I was laying down on the ground like this, and one of the Columbus Junction players came up and stepped on my hand, like that. And I just looked up at him and I says, "Oh, number 63, huh? Thank you." So I was looking for him the whole game.
You get that number 63 at Columbus Junction back in your game? You were very polite about it.
No, I didn't see him. But I kept looking for him.
Yeah. You worked.
School?
Yeah, I mean, did you have a part-time job?
Yeah.
Did you not work with that week?
Down degrees. I mean, I don't care.
I know a lot of the arts. And then when I went to college, I actually never stayed over in Iowa City a weekend my freshman year, because I always came home and worked on Saturday. They always had a list for me.
Farming was what, pretty much the same then as it is now, 24-year-old?
A lot different. My dad would turn over, and an airplane was spraying the field from the county line down to 6. And I can remember driving 2 horses and 1 row corner bow, spraying this whole field in half hour, and it took me a half hour to get 1 row.
What was the pay rate back then?
27 cents an hour, pretty high,
40-hour week would make you $8.
maybe.
We weren't always angels.
Said, I don't remember stealing them when they had a big crop. They took our class out, they were through picking watermelons, picked up the melon, and they told us how to drop it on in, it would break open and the heart would be right there.
Not by camp, right on the railroad tracks, and we get several together and go pick the watermelons, because it was close to the tracks. I hate to say this, and we break the watermelons on the tracks, and eat the hearts out, and we're the next one. And then, when it was dinner time, we were saying, okay, supper and catfish, she says, somebody's been in my watermelons, mushrooms. He said, I'm not going to cut their ribs off while I was fighting.
Do you have any thoughts or something for the class of 2019 that you'd like to impart?
Life is tough. Keep your head up and stay clean and you'll be all right.
Don't be afraid to brush your dishes. Do the things you have to do. Get a job, and whatever it is, do it and do it right.
How about you, Jerry?
Well, just do the best you can, and don't get discouraged and keep after it, because it's the people that continue to work and work hard that become successful. Our class of 49, they were all great people, and they were all very close together, and we did things as a group. And maybe there'd be different people, different times, but it was certainly a great group of people to be with. And I still think about them very often.
Would members of the class of 1949 please stand so we can acknowledge you? Before we run the next video, if anybody is interested in 50-50 tickets, they're over there in the corner, so you can partake of that. Julie or Joy Garrels will be over there to help you. Now we're going to see the video of the class of 1959.
Sharon Ashcraft Snyder.
Carol Hafner Maxwell. Carol Whirling Walton.
And
Wilbur Stern.
who was your favorite teacher?
I was thinking Mrs. Murdoch.
No.
All right.
My favorite three teachers were Mrs. Chapman, Mrs. Fry, and Mr. Snellen.
Mrs. Fair had to be my favorite. And also, of course, Mrs. Fair was my favorite teacher.
I went to country schools, and Gertrude Cole was my favorite teacher, and Mrs. Fair.
Which country school did you go to?
Champion Hill, over by Gordyville.
Okay, where's Gordy?
Hinkyville.
Hinkeyville, all right. Is he Gordyville?
No,
Oh.
Hinkyville, I got the wrong one.
You did sports? Did you play sports?
Cheerleader.
Cheerleader? How about
Cheerleader.
Cheerleader?
Basketball. I might say that we were the last class to have girls basketball.
Why it was disbanded for...
We never knew. We got brand new uniforms, maybe the year before. Done.
So you were both cheerleaders? Did you do a cheer like me or?
I was in track, was the only thing, fast runner.
Oh, yeah. So 100-yard dash back in the
Oh,
day?
yeah.
Plenty of it.
I was in it.
You were in it? What was your favorite play? What character did you play?
I didn't. I wasn't in play. I was behind the scenes. In case they screwed up. I
Who was the worst that you had to give lines to all the time?
don't remember.
Really, John? You couldn't get his line?
You better remember that.
Yes, junior and senior year.
What plays did you win?
Was it senior we did Little Women?
Yeah,
So you were in that play as well?
and I was in both of them. And my name in Little Women was Count Dino Zimovich, Nastovich, Delovich, Kozlowski. Several times.
You had a boyfriend in high school. Who would it not be? Did you have a boyfriend?
I did not.
Didn't need it all during high school? How about you?
No, I didn't have a significant other. I dated during high school.
Yes, I did, and we married after high school and divorced later, but we had 3 daughters out of that.
I went with Kay Christensen and Shirley Barton.
So did you have a car during school?
No.
Give you a ride and pick you up for?
Oh, yes, we had friends.
Who would pick you up for?
Only Harold King.
Okay, all right. So it's kind of like dating. Did you have a car?
I did not. My dad gave me anything I wanted, but he would not give me a computer.
Yes, I had a car. I lived in the country, so in order to be in my activities, I had a car. I had a 58 Chevy and a 59 Chevy.
I didn't have a car. Carol was my ride if I needed
I had a 49 Ford.
Did you ever go any place where you weren't supposed to? Like, so during school, did you work part-time or earn money or anything?
In the summertime, we did a field.
I did the dazzling. And I worked at the candy kitchen.
I worked at the Dog and Suds in Muscatine.
How about you?
No, not out of the farm anyway. I would drive the hay rake and the baler, and I always had to gather the eggs at the force.
Did you work part-time?
Yes, I worked part-time at the school as a janitor, and then I worked at REC.
Who was the head janitor when you worked at the school? Who was that? I remember.
Daddy Winslow.
Assuming the statute of limitations as well. Was there anything that you guys did not?
I don't know.
And that's cool. And
And they also had square dances.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, square dance a lot.
Yeah.
City Hall.
Yes.
With Alpha
Oh, really?
and free food.
Do you have any memories of the statute of limitations? You can't get detention, no one can write to it,
You know, I was probably in on school the watermelon or something,
every now and then.
every now and then. But I don't remember anything else.
Well, this is not a good memory, but I do remember being in the group. I didn't do anything, but in front of the group. I have no idea why we did this, but a bunch of people got together and they hung one of the teachers in effigy from the flagpole.
When I was in second grade in Zella Abbott's class, I went down to Jake's grocery store, and we were poor, and I didn't have any color. And I went in there and I stole a box of colors.
How big was the box?
Just a little bit.
A little eight
Eight of them.
Oh, it's not Grand Theft.
And then I brought them back to school, and Zella Abbott saw me with them colors, and she knew I didn't have money. She made me take them colors back down to Jake's, took them back in, and I told him that I'd taken them, and he says, that's okay, but don't do it again. And that's the last thing I ever stole. It was awful.
Favorite band or singer or song during your high school era?
I like True Love, but I can't remember who's.
Elvis Presley.
Just about anything.
I'm a big Elvis fan too.
Oh, I like Bobby Darin and Elvis.
Yeah.
My favorite song was This Old House. We're after play practice going out to Hatfield's Corner, and he was playing This Old House out there.
Any advice?
Cell phones on Velcro out there.
Any advice for the seniors?
Just study hard, be strong.
Well, I would just say to them, just remember, when you walk out of that high school on graduation day, it might be the last time you ever see some of your classmates.
Yeah.
You know, make the most of it.
Work hard and enjoy every day.
Yeah, take a nap.
What else would you say? What did you say? Take a nap.
I take a nap.
Sharon did too.
I'd rather get up there and sing and dance. And
Yes,
take
it
a
would.
nap.
We were the last class to graduate.
We were the last class that got to go on a senior class trip where the train stopped at the depot, picked us up, brought us back.
Right.
You guys remember RPC days, right? All that girls and boys.
Wilbur and I always had to clean up.
And everybody else would leave and be Carol and I. They were part of it.
Well, can you do what?
I forget that.
Okay.
Just a jackknife has old Maggie, and it keeps it out of sight. You know that shot with his big scarlet billow, starts fancy clothes go where's old Maggie. So there's never a trace of red. Now, as I walk into my blue sunny morning, like a body just oozing life, and someone sneaking round the corner. Could that someone be Mac tonight? So afraid that we will have to part.
stand to be recognized?
Morgan, Vanderbilt, Ford, Rockefeller, all titans in their own right. But what if we could combine all of their strengths and none of their weaknesses? Tonight, we make this a reality. Tonight, a super being is unveiling his ultimate creation. The Alumni Show. To refer to him as merely the president of the Wilton High School Alumni Association is like calling a drop of water the ocean or a grain of sand in the desert. He is the title man. He is the sandstorm. He is the king. Stand and give praise to Wilton High School Alumni Association President Ted Moroff.
Welcome to the 121st Annual Alumni Banquet for Wilton High School. Thank you all for turning out tonight. Before we get started, we saw the class of 1949. You know, when you interview for a job, you have to give a resume, and they just kind of filter you out, right? If I were interviewing for a job and I said, are there any All-Americans in the crowd? I know there's one here tonight. Class of 49, Jerry Hilgenberg. Thank you for coming out, Jerry. So we got a lot planned for you tonight, but we've got to get our housekeeping out of the way. And so this is kind of, as the president of the Alumni Association, I am calling this meeting to order, such as it is. And I would like to introduce the officers, if they're out there in the audience, if we could, because without help, you can't do something this large. So you've already met Anita Plone Arnold, class of 63. Anita, if you'd stand, I can't see where you're at. Dana Plett Arlen, class of, I'm hoping 66. Where you at, Dana? And Cindy Banky Teach, class of 71 is best, yeah. Cindy is our ticket Nazi. Without the ticket Nazi, I would hang myself. As we get down to the last 3 weeks, it's suddenly, I guess we should probably do something about going to the alumni banquet. But anyway, so I would like to also, if everybody would stand at once, the organizing committee, we've been meeting every month since September. If you would all please stand and let everybody give you a hand. Everybody who's on that organizing committee. You cannot do this without help. As part of the housekeeping, we also have a financial summary. Wouldn't pass any 501c3 things, but it tells you what we got in the checking account. It tells you what we have in our scholarship fund and so forth. And we're in a fairly robust position because we've really tried to ramp things up, and you guys have all joined in with us, so our hats off to you. Also on the table is an information form. If you've already filled out your information for us with your email address, please just tell us that you have on that form. If you haven't, please fill out your email information on there and we'll put you on our mailing list. We send out notices and updates and so on and so forth. And by the way, am I the only one that got the memo on what to wear tonight? Band? This is a $29 internet tuxedo. It cost me $30 to have it altered. Anyway. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the scholarship fund. The scholarship program that we started here was, we just wanted to give some focus to what the Alumni Association is doing. I mean, sort of getting together and meeting good friends and old classmates and stuff, and it gives us a purpose. If you got a purpose like that, it makes the year fly by. And in 2015, we started this, almost on a lark, where our Facebook page would throw out these tongue-in-cheek, hey, go find the change under your couch, or go find the change in the console of your car and send it to us. In 2015, we gave 2 $1,000 scholarships away. The alumni across the country trusted us enough to send us about $3,000 that year, and we were off and running. So we got a little more ambitious, and the next year we thought, well, maybe we'll try and raise $5,000, and we did that. And the next year we raised a little more, and then this year we are giving away 11 $2,500 scholarships. And that's all because of you. I mean, I can send out all the funny little things that are, you know, that I find humorous by myself, and my wife rolls her eyes at them and stuff. But without the alumni across the country seeing fit to participate, none of this would happen. Also, what has really worked out with Class of 72, Fred Grunder, the Leland Smith Foundation has chipped in $10,000 each of the last 3 years as well. So it's people from Wilton helping people from Wilton. This year we have 22 applicants from the class of 2019. Every one of you were outstanding. Every one of you put me to shame in my high school career. I hope you're proud of yourself. We would love to award 22 scholarships at $2,500 a pop. Leland Smith's got to get a little more generous, so the alumni's really got to start cranking her up out there. But we can give away 11, so that's what we're going to do. It's truly a grassroots effort, and it's really a great example. It's a unique example, I think, of a small town high school that sticks together across the country, even across the world. We've had a contribution from Australia. So in a nation of 330 million people, there must be another one out there like us, but I don't think so. So again, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for the housekeeping and stuff that we had to put up with here, and the scholarship, and thank you for coming out. Okay, what have we got next on it here? All right, we've done that, we've done this. Okay, I think we need to do a little something else here. I think, fellow alumni, it's time to finally introduce our host for this evening's festivities, for tonight's alumni show. He is one of the top-ranked members of the class of 2000. He was involved in many school clubs and organizations. In fact, every single club and organization, he was in it. He is the former host of The Joe Show, the writer, director, producer, actor of the most...
Whoa! Pump the brakes, Ted.
What? Oh, wait, hey everyone, it's Katie. Hey, Joe. something I could help you
Yeah,
with?
so sorry to interrupt the amazing introduction of my brother Joe. But I just couldn't listen anymore because it sounds to me like you didn't write it for yourself.
Well, no, I really didn't. See, I was going to. But then Joe said, Ted, you're really a busy guy. Why don't you let me write it for you? And I thought, oh, okay, that's one less thing I have to do. So yeah, why, was there a typo?
A typo? Yeah, you could say that.
Well, what, are you telling me he wasn't a top-ranked member of the class of 2000?
Top ranked? If you're ranking people on loudness, rudeness, and times being kicked out of class, then yeah.
Wait a minute, so, all right, so he didn't base it on grade points, so what?
Certainly not grade point average. If Joe actually managed to get a C- on his report card, he and my parents would react like he'd won the Nobel Peace Prize.
What about all those clubs and organizations he was in?
All the clubs? You mean National or Nutrition Council that he joined to get out of class for 15 minutes and eat food? So involved.
All right, okay, I'll grant you that, but what about the Joe Show? You have to admit, your brother's public access television show was the most famous public access show in Wilton. We even heard about it when we were living in California.
Ooh, so impressive. I would love to talk more about the Joe Show. God, I'm not sick of that. Yes, there was a Joe Show, and some people were forced to watch it. Ted, you have to realize we're talking about Wilton Public Access. Public access channel where people wished happy birthday to their dog, and they got excited to air anything that wasn't the lunch menu.
All right. So is there anything that Joe was good at?
Well, he was good at eating the band teacher's lunch. Literally, one day he did that. He was in class being obnoxious, shocker, and she got pissed, kicked him out, said, go to my office, and he sat in there and ate her lunch. This is true. 2 hours later, I came strolling in for band practice, and she said, you get out of here, I've had enough Gray Myers for one day.
All right, okay, I know Joe did some stage performing in high school, but do you think his teachers at that time had that anxiety feeling in their lower intestinal tract that I'm feeling right now?
Yeah, but it's worse for you because you can't kick him out and he can't be expelled.
Okay, well, so what do we do to make my anxiety go away, for Pete's sake?
Well, do what I do at family gatherings. What I'm sure all of Joe's teachers and coaches did. What I hope all of you will do with us. Crack open a beer. Take a big swig. Sit back. Know it'll all be over soon.
All right, well, that's a pretty good plan there. Now, without further ado, we want to welcome you to the host of the 121st Annual Wilton High School Alumni Banquet, Joe Braymeyer.
And a one, and a two.
Let's go! Make some noise! Come on! Thank you to the Wilton Stepperettes. Give it up for the Wilton Stepperettes. Please sit down, please. Oh man, I tell you what, 19 years ago, if I would have been walked out on stage by the Wilton Stepperettes, boy, I would have felt like the biggest stud in school. Now being walked out here by the Stepperettes, it makes me kind of feel like a creepy old man. And I got to thank my sister Mr. Cady, for that humbling introduction. I guess the saying is true. The older I get, the better I was. There's another saying out there, older the bull, the stiffer the horn. I was going to think about that for a second. You know, I got to thank the Alumni Association for inviting me back for another year. And I got to say, the Alumni Association has made some tremendous improvements to this banquet, especially over the past couple years. You know, hell, up till about 5 years ago, the Alumni Banquet was kind of a mix between a funeral and a bingo game that never ended. I'd be out in the crowd, it'd be like hour 4, and it'd be like B377. It's like, I want to go home. You know, speaking of improvements, I got to give kudos to the town of Wilton. The downtown is looking great. Give it up to the downtown. You know, I was reading in the Advocate that it looks like the city of Wilton is going to be putting in a real upgraded, brand new sewer system, which surprised me because I thought that the sewer system in Wilton was just fine. And then I remembered Wilton Cafe started to do Fish Fridays. Boy, it's all fun going down Friday night, but when that first cup of coffee hits Saturday morning, look out. That puts a little paint on the pipes. You know, speaking of downtown, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Wilton got its new Freedom Rock down by the depot a couple months ago. And this thing is massive. There were Freedom Rocks that went in little towns all over the state of Iowa. And I heard that they based the size of the Freedom Rock based upon how cool the alumni was. And ours is huge, so give yourselves a hand. I thought it'd be funny to play a prank for tonight. I stole Durant's rock. I mean, a lot of work's gone into this, and I hope you guys are ready for a fun ride. But before we get going, I got a few introductions to make. First, my good friend, the man and the brains behind the camera from the Joe Show on through tonight. Give it up for Randy Cole, class of 99. And hey, isn't this cool to have a live band on stage? Kind of live. They're on a 45-second delay. Anyway, let's meet some of these guys. On keyboard and trombone, class of 64, Bob Guy. Just a little toot there, Bob. Got a little toot toot. That's like 30 years of playing trombone right there. On guitar and sax, whatever, class of 65, our good friend, Mike Heinrich. shopping at JCPenney right now with the 90-year-old lady on the piano. Anyway, next up, to officially welcome the class of 2019, which there's a lot of you here. Please give it up from the class of 1983, Mike Martin.
Welcome alumni, future alumni. Proud to be up here welcoming you into the committee. I'm also proud to represent the class of 1983, back when we had the best movies, the best music.
Woo!
So,
I'll back you up there. Woo.
all right.
Boy, it's like an oil painting out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God!
We all know you guys are pretty cool, this class here. A lot going on for you. Just remember, you'll never be 80s era cool.
Okay, and Mike wants to have a stand right back there and to bring up the official welcome to the class of 2019. We're going to bring up your offspring. Give it up with the band, Charles Martin. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Joe, and thanks, Dad, for not embarrassing me too much. And I'll remember that next time you need your internet fixed. It's been an honor to be here representing the class of 2019. I'm among some really cool friends and some really great people. Many of us here have applied for the scholarships, and good luck to all of us for all of that. Thanks again to all the alumni in the class of 2019 for letting us be here, and looking forward to a great night. Thank you.
Boy, there we go. It was like you guys were the Tin Man. It's like, oil can, oil can. You guys getting lubed up? Let's go. Got like 4 hours of this. Boy, yeah, get what you pay for, yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. So, hey, let's, if we can get a good shot here, let's get all you young kids to stand up, and everyone welcome the class of 2019. Let's get a good look at it. And we're going to show you a brief couple-minute video representing the class of 2019. Like it or not, they are the future.
I gotta be strong.
plate going around. All right. You know, as part of tradition, the Alumni Association gives the most valuable teacher $500. And this is in appreciation for their dedication to their craft. The most valuable teacher award is voted on by the scholarship applicants down here in the first and second row. It is my pleasure to introduce the winner of the 2019 Most Valuable Teacher Award. Make some noise for Eric Grunder! Look at all these people. Wow. Mr. Grunder, ready to teach you students? Mr. Grunder, sorry.
Can we add one?
And I remember growing up, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but teachers weren't as good looking as you are. I mean, you're dialed in. You look good.
I appreciate that, but I'm not really sure what to do with that. Okay.
You don't have to do anything with it. I'm just putting it out there for you. Second year in a row. I remember being up here last year and you won it. Now, what's it like to be the most valuable teacher second year in a row?
You know, it means a lot. I think it starts with great kids, though. They have to be willing to listen to what I have to say. And this group did an exceptional job. So I really appreciate that.
Give it up for you guys for voting in. You know, the one thing about the Wilton school system, it's packed with high caliber teachers and coaches.
Oh, I couldn't agree more.
So, I mean, you know, all kidding aside, that's tough to hit it twice in a year because the teachers are fantastic over there across the street.
Yeah, you know, I think, I said this last year, but I teach in class called Life Skills, and we're going to have some great conversations, and I think it's a cheat code because as I have all the seniors, and I tell them, vote for me because I want that $500.
Well, I got it right here. So do you have any plans for the three-peat next year?
You know, winning once was fantastic. Winning twice is overkill. So maybe next year, you know, I think Marshall Hessler should gun it for it too. So. Oh, yeah.
God, you're always winning. You were the basketball coach this year. How'd that go? I didn't catch any game, so I assumed it went over. Oh, okay.
It was good.
First year, coach.
First year, yes.
So next year should be maybe a little better.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Maybe we can put the skin through the net. Boy, my voice would have been getting hoarse trying to do the W during that season. So successful people, you know, when you go through life, there's no question that you have positive influencers along the way. Have you had any teachers or coaches who kind of influenced you and kind of helped you hone your craft?
Yeah, you know, being back as an alum at Wilton, it was interesting to see them as a student and then back, you know, as a teacher, as a colleague now. You know, my mom was a fantastic teacher, really shaped, you know, she was pretty good. But, you know, people like Mr. McDonald, Nick Dorman, believe it or not, has nuggets of wisdom. You know, you got to wade through everything else, but the wisdom's there every once in a while. You know, Mrs. Shirk, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Stout, Miss Lane. I mean, there's just a ton of great teachers that I've had and influenced me as a teacher as well.
Man, you know a lot about Wilton teacher history.
A little bit.
You know, I'm no slouch myself. I know a little bit about Wilton teachers and Wilton coaches. I mean, I grew up down at the gas station pumping all their gas, so, you know. I couldn't wait until I graduated high school. So it wasn't Mr. Grunder. It could be like, hey, Eric, how do you doing? Anyway, you seem to know a lot about Wilton teachers and coaches. I know a little bit. I got $500 here sitting on the table for you. How about we maybe play a little game to see who knows more about Wilton teachers and coaches, you or I? I'll put up $500 against your $500. What do you think?
What's the game?
Okay. Totally fair. What I had Ted do, because I knew you'd say yes, because you never back down for a challenge, I had Ted randomly select a stack of cards that has the name of Wilton teachers and coaches from past and present written on this stack. We got 6 of them. Okay? You'll draw first, then I'll draw. We'll have 5 seconds to get the other guy to guess the name of the teacher or coach. Whoever gets more right wins the pot. Should we play the game, guys? Okay, so here's how we're going to work this. You got 5 seconds to get the other guy to guess the name. Randy's over there. Randy's going to run the timer. Andy's going to run the buzzer. Okay, so that means you're out of time. Do that one more time, Randy. It sounded weird. Yes. Okay. And then if you get it right, Randy will let us know by... Okay. Whoever gets more right wins the game, wins the dough. Are you ready?
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Are you guys ready? Okay. You go first. Eric, you're going to draw? Go for it.
Starts when I draw.
You draw first. Starts when you draw.
I think she taught government speech. She had this beehive in her hair.
Beehive? That had been like in the 50s. Oh, Betty Fair! Yes! Woo! Okay. All right, here's my turn. You ready? You should be nervous. I'm good at everything I do. Okay. All right. Oh, he was a PE teacher, stretched out t-shirt, tons of chest hair, baseball.
Oh, Ray and Cisco.
Yeah, dude. Did you have Ray and Cisco for PE class?
I did have it, yeah.
Dude, do you remember this where you go, kindergarten, go, in, now. Oh my God, I'm so mad. Like, now. Oh my God.
That's all we did, for being
There's still a girl in the gym right now counting. They tore her turn down. Okay, 1-1. Go ahead, your draw.
Science, softball, Red Ryder.
Red Ryder? Like the pellet gun, the BB gun? Larry Beebe! Oh my gosh, this bit is going awesome. Okay, here we go. Okay, ooh, 60s and 70s, terrible temper, math and basketball, size 14 wingtips.
Wingtips?
Wingtips.
Shot in the dark here. Daryl Bum?
Daryl Bum. I thought you were going to get slammed on that one.
I'm going to start doing wingtips.
Oh, I wasn't alive, but gas station talk, that was pretty epic back in the day. He'd slam down, you know, pissed off. Okay, your turn.
Health teacher, coaches baseball. Name sounds like a hot sauce.
Name sounds like hot sauce, like Tabasco, Sriracha. Jake Serrata! Yeah! Okay, we're down to the last one. I think I'm winning.
Yeah, you got 3 right.
If you get this wrong, I win the dough. Which I'm going to feel kind of like a jerk for taking your money. All right, but I'll take it.
I said yes.
Half the people in here know I'm a jerk, so I'll take it. Okay, last one. You get it right to tie. You don't get it right, I win the dough.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Oh, hands down, best first grade teacher in Wilton history.
That was easy, Joe. Marshall Runder.
It's always nice to be able to give back a little bit to the teachers because they do put up with a lot and they do work a lot of hours. So before we get started with our next guest, I'd like to give a shout out to the class of 44 members that couldn't be here tonight. Phyllis Freeland, Louis Braymeyer, and Mrs. Marie Fry, who paddled my ass in 1967. We wish y'all could be here. Get better, Louis. All right. Now it's time to hand out the scholarship money. As the president of the Alumni Association, I'm the one who raises funds for these scholarships, as I said previously. You know what? I realize there's concerns from the donors in the alumni community that they want to know that their money is going for good use. I'm over here. They're just putting up chairs. You never seen chairs put up before? Hey, put that chair back and put it down again. She's really... Anyway, but how can I, as an alumni member that has donated to the scholarship fund, know that, how can you really know it's going to good use? Well, I'm pleased to announce that I know for sure this year's scholarship money went to good use, past tense, in the future, and I'll tell you how. You see, with the help of the science and math class in high school, and a generous Townsend Fund grant, we basically developed a time machine to travel into the future, to verify that these students here were a huge success later in life. And it was because of the monetary boost that they would receive this evening. So when I tried out the time machine, and I was the guinea pig, they figured if they could get somebody this fat to travel through time into the future, they could, work for a lot of people. Well, it was a lot different. It had a giant temple way out over there. And, I went over to this temple and I discovered one of Wilton's most treasured mines was being preserved long after his body had deteriorated from his hard and fast living. It was an astounding sight. Along with his caregivers, he's decided to travel back through time with me to help us present the scholarships tonight and to provide witness to the success of these students in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, from 50 years in the future, from the year 2069, the 87-year-old head, if he's still alive, Joe Braymeyer.
Good to see you all again. I'm serious. 50 years from now, most of you are dead. Not you seniors, of course. You're all alive and well. Next card, please. All right, before we get started, I need you all to take a Take care of the body you have. Before you know it, your back peters out on you, then your Peter backs out on you. That was an old Dick Cram joke that told me when I was 7 at the gas station. Okay, let's get down to business. Our first scholarship winner. Now, back when believe it or not, in the future, I made some foolish investments. And back when I had an ass, I almost lost it in the wrong stocks. Luckily, this young man is a future accountant, and he made it all right with me. I believe you've seen him already. Please welcome to the stage, Charles Martin. Let's go, Charles. Walk with a purpose. I'm done with Charles. Go sit her down. All right. I'd like to invite my next scholarship winner up to the stage next to me. Please welcome Jared Townsend. You look just as good now as you do in the future, Jared. Chest all puffed out. Come stand next to me here, young man. You know, I remember a couple months after tonight, in the future, you told me you were going to pursue sports psychology. I told you I didn't even think that was a real thing. Turns out I was right. Luckily, you pursue baseball, and you get a $300 million contract from the Yankees. Unfortunately, you have to turn it down, because at $300 million, it's a pay cut from working the family farm. Next up, she is the granddaughter of Wilton High School faculty royalty. She was concerned about going into the teacher field because of money. But she doesn't have to worry about it, because society finally got it right. In the future, teachers make just as much as professional athletes. This is where you cheer because you're happy about that. Please welcome Teacher First and Chairman of the Elaine Owens Foundation, Elaine Owens. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you. Thank you. I know what you're all wondering, and you're right. It's a good thing I got my hair from my mom's side of the family. The old man is thinning out. Okay, next scholarship. Another future teacher. She's an elementary school teacher. And elementary school teachers make more than high school teachers, because by high school it's too late. Come up next to my head jar. Uh-oh. I didn't write her last name down. Courtney. Is there a Courtney? Courtney who? Courtney Drake. Get up here, Courtney Drake. like snacks. Speaking of snacks, this head doesn't feed itself. Would you mind giving me a little, just dump a little in here. Just dump a little bit in here. I'm hungry. It's been a long show. Don't get stingy. I said I'm hungry, Courtney. Dump it in here. Thank you, Courtney, for keeping that bit alive. Courtney, great, everyone. I'm sure you're all wondering, in 50 years, what becomes of the green space where the elementary school used to be. It's still a green space. But in another 10 years, we'll finally have enough money to start building that rec center. All right. Isaac Hunter, get up here. Give it up for Isaac Hunter. Did someone just run over your cat, Isaac? You look so sad. Just won $2,500 bucks. Now I know you in the future, but I know you today. You're a very hardworking young man, are you not? Yes, you are. You paid your way through college, congratulations. And in the future, you run a worldwide construction firm. No surprise. You also win the bid to build the new rec center in the green space. You're long retired before they break any ground. Give it up for Isaac Hunter, everyone. I'm sure you're all wondering how I go to the bathroom. I'm going right now. Ooh. Still shiver in the future. Okay, who's up next? Annabelle Greens, come on up here, Annabelle. Hi, Annabelle. Or should I say hello again? We know each other in the future. In the future, Annabelle is a successful nurse. And as a matter of fact, a couple of weeks ago in the future, you saved my life. Come a little closer. You see, I was at the park, and a bee flew into my head jar. Stung me in the eye 42 times. Bees are very aggressive in the future. You saw me struggling. You ran over. Not only did you pull the stinger out of my eye, you're so kind you reattached it to the bee. So whatever you do, March 13th, 2069 at 2 p.m., be at the city park. Until then, enjoy the $2,500 bucks. Give it up. Please welcome to the stage the young version of Jerome Mays. Get that shirt at Express, Jerome? Fits you well. Stay in shape. In the future, you're looking a little portly. Now, in the future, Jerome, you have a double major in finance and economics. Your skills help multiple families in Wilton become very wealthy. And finally, 50 years in the future, Wilton can justify having 13 banks in town. Thank you, Jerome Mays. Oh, Even at 18, you look 35 with that beard. I can't even grow a beard like that, and I'm in my 80s. As I said, Jacob, you and I are good pals in the future. You're an electrical, mechanical engineer, and you are a genius. You even installed these lights and a sweet sound system in my head jar. Dance, Jacob! I said, if you want some money, you better dance, Jacob. Come on. Are you happy? When I get back to the future, we're not friends anymore. You totally ruined that bit. You told me in the future you were going to help me out. All right, please welcome scholarship winner number 9, Brock Hartley. Get up here, Brock. Good to see you again, Brock. You end up going to William Penn College, believe it or not. You'll find out that that's a big party school. You also go there and play golf. Which makes sense because in the future, you've got a hell of a handicap and you can put them down, big boy. That's all I got for you. Give it up for Brock Hartley. Okay, number 10. This talented young man goes on to be a huge success. I want him to come stand up here next to my head jar. Give it up for Corey Anderson. Come on up here, Corey. Would you like a future snack, Corey? It's okay. You didn't say no. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Now, Corey, in the future, unlike Townsend, you take the dough to go play baseball, but you are also a very talented heart surgeon. You make so much money. I think this is the same Corey. Yeah, you make so much money that you purchase ESPN, only to show that clip of you plowing the catcher on the hour every hour. Is that a different Corey Anderson? Shit! Will you play that Corey's clip on the hour? You should feel the not back sweat I have right now. All right, everyone, give it up for the wrong Corey Anderson. Okay, everyone, I have a time machine to catch. I will see a small fraction of you back in the future. Ted will take care of the last. Ted will take care of the last scholarship winner. Thank you all very much from 2019. Good night.
Give it up for Future Joe.
Let's go, head jar assistants.
Okay, you all will stay there. We got one more, and then we're going to do a photo op afterwards. So this is the 11th scholarship. This is the most we've given away. And this one's kind of a little bit special, maybe a little bit touching if you would think so. It's as a result of a friendship that Cynthia Johansson, class of 72, struck up with a lady from New York City who she didn't really come face to face with for 15 years. And through the help that Cynthia and the friendship that they developed over the years, when Cynthia mentioned our scholarship program, this lady in New York said, how can I participate? And so she's actually dedicating a scholarship to the memory of Bobby Johansson, class of 1970. Cynthia, will you come on up here? You just never know where the networking is going to come from. Was it 15 years, Cynthia? You'd never met her?
I've never met her, period. 17 years. I've known her.
You've known her for 17 years. That's amazing. Well, here you go.
Okay. Well, that's a hard act to follow. But this lady that I used to work at the University of Iowa. I retired last year. But through the years, one of her family members was a patient of one of my doctors, and we became friends. She was very kind of quiet at the beginning, and through the years we became really good friends. And when my brother passed away a couple years ago, she found out through, I hadn't said anything to her, but one of my secretaries had said something. And so she wanted to help. And so she wanted to do something in his memory for me and my family. And my family, all the rest of our siblings are here tonight. And except for one who's sick. He came the farthest for court. So I had mentioned a few things, and she said, well, that'd be fine, but how about something more local? And so since we all graduated from Wilton, I said, well, we have a scholarship fund. And I'm thinking maybe $100, something like that. I didn't know. So then I found out that she gave a full scholarship. And we kind of made it kind of special because my brother was a physical therapist. So we wanted it to be someone that was kind of going into that field. And so this is the first time, we've had it for 2 years, but this is the first time we found someone that, an applicant for this. And so with great pleasure, Colin McCrabb, please step up.
Okay, Derek, are you ready to work your magic? And Colin, we want to get one with you and Cynthia alone when this is done. Okay. Go ahead, jump in there. Cynthia, come over here. Over here. Hey, Derek. Hey, Derek, get that beer later. We need one more picture. Boy, how hot is it in here? Hey, Derek, one more shot. I'll buy your beer, don't worry. We just wanted to get one of Cynthia and Colin here. Okay, there's the... All right, thanks, Derek. All right, give him a hand, everybody. Okay, what do we got next in store? Are you having a good time tonight? I hope so. We really try to put something together that's entertaining and instructional at the same time. So let me see, what else are we up to here? I think we're going to bring Anita Arnold back up, and we have a little bit more of our traditional things that we're going to do here. And Anita, the stage is yours.
At this time, we'd like to honor, if we have any, alumni who have never, ever missed an alumni banquet. If you would raise your hand or stand up, Anybody here? Mike and Terry Dickman, I know them. Mark Naus. Anybody else? Amy Barkley. Let's give these guys a big round of applause. Family here. Do we have a fourth generation family? I know Don Bergover is here somewhere. Want to stand up so we can acknowledge you guys? Is there anyone else that we've missed? Who's the Whiteley family? I'm sorry, I can't see because that spotlight's blinding me. Okay, hang on just a second.
We didn't rehearse this that much. But we have a little tribute to somebody who makes it to 99 years. And we didn't know where to hide the gift. We spent a half hour debating on where to hide the gift. That's what your Alumni Association Organizing Committee does. And here we have it.
This is the third time, I think, if I can remember correctly, that Marion Kent is the oldest alumni present, and this is the third time we've presented her some flowers. And tonight, to do the honor, her grand-nephew will come, Jerome Mays, and present these to his aunt.
Okay, well, congratulations. Now we have one more video piece that we're going to do before we take a 10-minute intermission. And I'm giving Anita enough time to get back to her seat. This is a tradition that we it had been going on at alumni banquets, but we kind of added a little enhancement to it so that you can actually see our fellow alumni who have passed away in the last year. I call it Roll of the Fallen. I don't know what you call it, but when I put these things together and look at the faces and look at the young people and so forth, I see it 50 times before it goes to press, and it brings a tear to my eyes. So if Anita is ready, I can't see because of the spot.
Not quite.
But if Anita's ready, let's go ahead and roll this.
Class of 1939, Norma Kretschmer Adams. Class of 1940, Lois Lanker Smith. Class of 1941, Wilbur Pete Peterson. Class of 1947, Beverly Schneider Delaplane. Class of 1947, Gerald Redlower. Class of 1947, Lois Platt Imes. Class of 1947, 1948, Beverly Olson Rabideau. Class of 1948, Phyllis Cracklow Apple. Class of 1949, Ellen Mae Duncan Sotman. Class of 1950, Donna Cobell Nolte. Class of 1952, Delmer Luth. Class of 1952, Eileen Weeble Moss. Class of 1956, Irene Eiserhot Meyer. Class of 56, Patricia Shea Keller. Class of 1958, Harlan Brender Jr. Class of 1959, Carol Kraft. Class of 1960, Clifford Luthi. Class of 1960, Gary Sinister. Class of 1961, Jeannie Dennis Sadler. Class of 1963, Gary Gregory. Class of 1965, Joe Cope Merlin. Class of 1966, Diane Aarons Beatty. Class of 1969, Gary Skipton. Class of 1969, Thomas Tom Campbell. Class of 1972, Kathy Kent Ashbaugh. Class of 1979, Jeffrey Easy. Class of 1981, Roxanne Kramer Hooded. Class of 1981, Lester Les Coleman III. Class of 2011, Jessica Ray Tompkins. Elizabeth Liz May Clark, Mrs. Jenkins. Betty Cohen Sugar. Rhoda Mijas Grunder. And Ed Williams.
Until we meet again. Okay. Join me in a moment of silence if you could, as the music plays out. We all knew these people. They were friends, aunts, uncles, grandpas, grandmas. All right. Thank you, everyone, for putting up with that. We got a 10-minute break coming now. Smoke them if you got them. Pay attention to what's going on. When you hear that band start to play, you better come back, because we've got a second half that if you like the first half, you're going to like this even better. If you didn't like the first half, give us another chance. We'll do better. got 60% of the XL scale. It's like Exomania. It's almost like the real thing. Quick announcement, there are plenty of desserts out in the hallway, so pick up what you would like to take home with you at the end of the evening. Lots of dessert left over. You can be bad tonight. Go ahead and have a piece of pie. Yes. Thank you to the class of 1959. They just donated $210 to next year's scholarship fund. All right. Thank you, class of 59. And another thing, Sharon Snyder brought me back my nose cap. It's been at her house for like 2.5 months. I live 2 blocks away, so I just can't find the dime to go over and get it. Thank you, Sharon. Okay, let's come on in and take our seats. We want to get this second half of the show started. Remember to have several special guests tonight. And the first one that I would actually like to introduce would be a gentleman that I met. It's going to be a fun surprise for all of you. I've done a lot of traveling in my work over the years, and one time I was in Atlanta, and I met a guy in a bar named Richard. And we actually struck up a friendship at that bar in Atlanta. We corresponded over the years, and it turns out Richard's very well traveled. Well, he travels well. And actually, he may have been stuck in an Uber someplace, because by the time I said that, I thought he'd be out here. He's a professional speaker. He knows a lot about a lot of things. Well, a whole bunch. And he travels the country giving seminars. And when Richard heard about our alumni banquet here, which is actually starting to become a little more popular. In fact, Bo Huber, class of 2004, is live streaming on YouTube even now. And I want to give a shout out to all of you out there in YouTube land who are watching us here. This is the first time that we've ever gone live. This is going to be the most documented alumni banquet in history. But anyway, getting back to Richard. When Richard heard about our alumni banquet and how much fun we had, right, gang? He insisted, he begged me that he wanted to come speak to all of you tonight to share some of his wisdom. Take it away, Richard.
Now, thank you, Ted. Thank you very much, Ted, and thank you all, Wilton High School alumni. Now, Ted, I heard you calling me Richard. I need to make sure that everybody knows this is an informal engagement. Just call me Dick. And as you said, Ted, yes, your old pal Dick does know a lot. So, I call this seminar for all of you, Dick Knows. Thank you for having me, everybody. Now, your old pal Dick knows he can't possibly share all the knowledge he has with you all tonight. But what Dick knows he can do is give you all just the tip of the iceberg on what Dick knows. Now, Dick knows it can be scary to try new things. Sometimes it just takes a little motivational poke from a friend, if you know what I'm saying. Dick knows life can have its ups and downs. When things are going bad for you, hang in there. When things are going good, don't get too cocky. Now, Dick knows if you're ever feeling sad, all you gotta do is make a face like Dick. Here, I'm gonna show y'all how 3. Wow. That's a lot of dick faces out there. Now Dick knows when you're young, life can seem like it's hard all the time. But when you get older, like your old pal Dick and his friend Ted, life doesn't get that hard that often. My goodness! I think Dick knows someone out in the crowd. Is that class of 69 Becky Allgood? Oh, been a long time, Becky. Boy, I haven't seen you since that night we spent out at Boot Hill together. Becky, throw your hand up. Can somebody get Becky a microphone? Somebody run Becky a microphone. I gotta ask her a question. Where's she at? She's over there. Right here. Get Becky a microphone.
What do you want, Ding?
Now, Becky, I gotta say, you are looking great. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were in the class of 89, not 69. What is the secret to you staying so young and vibrant?
You.
Boy, you said a mouthful there, Becky. Dick knows you can sit down now. Now, in this life, you gotta stand up for yourself. It's no fun to be slapped around. Now, a couple of housekeeping tips. Out in the hall, we've got some Dick Knows CDs and Dick Knows t-shirts for sale. And, as a group, if anybody asks me what your favorite part of the alumni banquet was, we're going to say... Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ted.
You've never practiced, and yet they started almost at the same time, and you finished pretty close together, too. Let's hear it for them again. It's hard to do. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that seminar. I always had interesting conversations with Dick in the various airports that I'd run into and that. So, let me see. We've got a few more guests coming. And then when we get to the end of our live guests, as opposed to dead guests, we will have a series of milestone video tributes that we want you to stay for and kind of schmooze around a little bit, enjoy each other's company and so forth as we honor the 69, 79, 89, 94, and 2004 classes. So as I stretch this really thin, well, that sounds like a cue. I want to welcome back to the stage, Joe Braymeyer.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you. Oh,
backstage for quite a while. Did I miss anything fun? Look at this messy set. You got stuff thrown everywhere. Okay. I am going to have a seat over here because we are about to bring out our second guest of the night. My next two guests, class of '94, they were two of the many standout athletes for the girls' sports lineup. They were both basketball first team all-conference and basketball all-state. They were both nominated for the Quad Cities Athlete of the Year, and in addition to juggling multiple sports, they were great students as well. Please make some noise and help me welcome class of '94, Debbie Maroff Goinghurst and Nikki Bradley Jordan. Glad you brought your purse up here. Were you going to mace someone? I never help bring your purse up. Anyway, so
I guess you'll find out.
Oh, thank you. Debbie, let's start with you. All right, '94 was a massive year for the girls' sports teams. All right? And the girls were, if you guys don't know what was going on in '94 in Wilton girls sports, they were phenoms. They were great at every single sport. Now, you're an athlete mixed in during this time. Was there ever a point where you kind of said to yourself, we're really good?
Every day. We had a great group of girls. Not many schools can say that in every pretty cool. And then we got second in basketball, which was really cool.
Yeah, you guys went to the final game. Well, for that solar chick who scored like 30 points in that game. Where's she at?
I don't know.
£100-pound life. You guys are looking great. They had to like cut her out in the room. They had to change her. Anyway. Reason number one. See half of you there. All right, Nikki, you were also a multi-sport standout athlete. Give us your favorite sport and why.
Well, I guess if I had to pick, it would probably be, probably basketball because we were the most successful in that. But it was really, if I had to be honest, it was whatever sport I was in at that time. I loved every sport. So whatever sport I was in, I was totally focused on. That was my favorite at the time.
Yeah, great answer. Yeah, you bet. So, you know, when I think back to '94, I wasn't really worried about, you know, what you guys were doing. But, you know, no offense, in my own thing, no. But when you look back at Wilton High School history, the '94 coaching lineup for the boys and the girls was outstanding. We had a lot of great coaches. So, who was your favorite coach, Debbie?
I can't say I had a favorite. So we had Mrs. Brender, we had Mr. Levenhagen, Mr. Beebe, Mr. Charlton.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of people who helped. They all were my favorite. They were great coaches. They knew when to work us hard, but they knew how to have fun with us. So if you knew this group, we like to have fun.
You bet.
You got in trouble a lot.
Yeah, yes, you did. You know, and so, which I want to get to that. Tell me, Nikki, about, you know, obviously it's no secret that girls are smarter than boys, right? So you guys were standout, you ladies were standout athletes. Did you guys do okay in academics, or were you doing Saturday schools?
Debbie was the smart one.
Now, come on. I doubt you were a D student, right?
No,
you guys
no,
probably
no.
both did.
We
At
were
least
all
maybe-
good students. We were all good students. I mean, school is important to us just as much as sports. So.
You were at least on the blue honor roll in the Advocate, right?
Yeah.
You were the gold, Nikki's probably the blue, barely, right? So, you talked a little bit, Nikki, about getting in trouble in school. I can't imagine that you guys had any time to get in trouble, but by chance did you?
Yes, we did all the time. Nothing bad though. It was always just fun stuff. But I guess one memory that would stand out would be we just always did little funny stuff. Where one day Debbie and I decided that we were just gonna get out of class. We got passes. I don't know why they let us out, but we snuck down to the home ec room at the time, which Mary Maurer was our teacher, and we loved her. We had so much fun with her. But we snuck out of class, went down to the room, and we dug in the fridge and
We were
made
hungry.
Yeah, we were hungry.
Oh, you ate a teacher's lunch too?
No.
Oh.
We made pudding.
You should have totally dated. I was into that. Oh my God.
We made pudding and hid in the corner of the kitchen, and we thought we were money. We were gonna go back up to school or back up to class, and we got caught. Mary found us, and we actually had to stay after school. I don't know how many days, and we call her Scour Maurer because for quite a few weeks we had to scour the sinks and the ovens.
Oh, that's great. I think that's a great story because everybody, thought you guys were just Miss Perfect, but that turns out not. How about you, Deb? You got any fun getting in trouble stories?
One story I remember in volleyball with Mrs. Grender. She would tell us to serve, and she would go into the locker room. Her office was in there, so she'd disappear for about 5 minutes. And we didn't say anything. We all just knew what we needed to do. We went on one side and we just hit our serves as hard as we could to hit the back wall. And just have fun with it. And then the minute she walked out, we acted like we were doing the right thing. I don't know if she's here tonight.
Oh.
I don't know if she ever knew we did that.
She's probably watching the live feed. She probably just threw a pillow at the TV. Dude, Miss Grender don't play. She does not play. Oh, my goodness. Well, she's a heck of a good coach, but she don't play. Now, hold on a second. Someone backstage just told me, Nikki, that you have a surprise for me. Oh, I love surprises. Oh, that's the purse. Okay, I hope it's not the mace. Oh my gosh. To Debbie with some hearts on it. What is this? What is this? I'm trembling. I'm so excited. What is this?
And that's actually a love letter.
A love letter?
Yes.
To Debbie?
To Debbie, yes. So, as you know, Derek Saddle is the managing editor of the Advocate News, and he's also my cousin.
Yeah.
When Debbie and I were seniors in high school, Derek would have been like 11, and he loved sports, and he loved watching sports, but even more so, he loved watching Debbie play sports.
Yeah.
So that is a love letter that I found from Derek.
Wait. Oh, wait. Derek Saddle, who would have been like 11 when you guys were seniors, had a crush on Debbie, and he wrote her a love letter and never gave it to her? And I'm holding it in my hand right now? Who wants me to read this letter? I am so excited. Whoa. Speak of the devil, he shall appear. Hey, Derek, what's up, man?
Well, Derek did love him some Debbie Maroff, but it was 25 years ago. Nobody cares about that letter, Joe. Nobody wants to hear it. No. It's in the past.
Who wants me to read this letter? You have to read the letter, dude.
Fine. But if anybody's going to read it, just give it here. I'll read it as it was written. Oh, 25 years ago. Hi, Debbie. How are you? I'm good. 5th grade is tough for me. I bet it was easy for you, because you're so smart. I wish we were in the same building every day. We could see each other in the halls and at lunch. I'd as well have to have 2 schools. I know the high school isn't far, but my mom says I'm not allowed to ride my bike past City Park. That sucks, because I could give you a ride home from school on my bike legs. I gotta admit though, you're just one of my crushes. I've got 2. In the mornings, I have Saved by the Bell and Kelly Kapowski. But at night, it's the Wilton Beavers and Debbie Maroff. You're so much better. I saw you at the basketball game the other night when you faked out that Durant girl and hit the winning shot. You looked in the crowd, and I just know you were looking at me. I was so excited, I spilled my Fun Dip everywhere. Your blonde curly hair is just so great. And those homemade scrunchies you girls had were just awesome. You're so good at all the sports. And you're really strong, too. I hope I'm as strong as you someday. My dad says maybe next summer I can join Brister's Total Fitness. So, it's 1994, and there's a new movie coming out later this year called Dumb and Dumber. It's going to be in the theater at the mall. You want to go together? You'd have to drive, though. Guess what I'm trying to say is, would you like to be my main girlfriend? Just till you graduate, because I can't date anybody in college. Please check yes or no. Either way, you are so cool. Love, Derek Sauber.
That was fun. All right. Whew, I gotta get my stuff together here. Oh. Okay. We can call it a quit. We can call it a night right there. This would be great. All right. This is what you call beating a dead horse here. All right. Next up. So tonight, we've heard from a teacher and a coach. We've heard from student athletes. But what would high school be like without the pranks, the getting into trouble, right? Here to share some of those stories, class of '69, Steve Hooker Baker. You know, I knew you were coming up here tonight, and I was excited. So before we go down memory lane too much, I picked us up a pack of candy cigarettes. Would you like to have one with me?
Absolutely.
There's a candy smoke for you. Oh my God. I forgot how good these are. Look at these seniors out here. They're sitting there thinking, candy, cigarettes. I can't believe kids back then had access to candy that looked like cigarettes.
I can't believe kids could watch porn on their cell phone.
Porn we had access to was the bra section of the JCPenney magazine. Absolutely. I think I still have a few cutouts. All right. What's up with those pants?
Well, there's a lot of story in these pants.
I can see it.
I was rolling around Turnstile one day, I think Griff was with me, and I don't know why we were there, but I happened to see a pair of pants that were covered in flowers. Never seen anything like that before, never seen anybody wear those, so I thought, I've got to have a pair of those. So I think Griff and I both bought a pair, and we put them on, and the next day we went to school, wearing these flowered pants, and I mean, I am feeling fantastic walking down the hall, squatting down the hall in these flowered pants. Things couldn't have gone better until we got called into the office. Wilder said, "What do you think you're doing?" I said, "I think I'm getting ready to go to class." He said, "Well, think again. You ain't going to class in this town in those pants."
So you kept them for tonight?
Yeah. I said, "Well, I could take them off." He said, "Don't bother. You're expelled for the day." So I got kicked out of school, and Griff did too, for wearing flowered pants in school. Now kids can watch porn on their phones, but you can't wear flowered pants in school.
Oh, I'm glad you held on to it.
Man.
So, Hooker, I've known you ever since I was a little kid. I grew up watching you drink at my parents' house. You're one of my idols. So, but I've always been curious, I guess I've never asked you, where the heck did the nickname Hooker come from?
Well, I think when I was in 3rd grade, I played hooky from school. And Dwayne Blank caught me, and he started calling me Hooker, and it caught on, and it's been Hooker ever since. You know, there's a couple gals in my class that they got the same nickname. I got a couple of them, Robert Pratt. And on we go.
All right, so I don't think the flower pants would probably be your only prank that you played. Do you have maybe one story out of the Greatest Hits album you can share with us?
I think it would be senior skip day. There were probably 10 of us got together and thought we wanted to do something kind of exciting for senior skip day, so we piled in our cars and we're going to go to Mechanicsville. We're going to pretend we're from Davenport West, student council members, and we want to meet with their student council members. So we pull up in Mechanicsville, we all get out of the car, we all go into the school, we're talking to this nice lady, and she says, "Well, I'll have to get the principal for you." So she goes and gets the principal, and we explain to him what we want to do. We're from Davenport West, we want to meet with your student council members. He's a little leery because we didn't call ahead of time. But we apologized for that, and I think he thought, well, they're here, we might as well do it. So he gets his student council members out of class, and they put us in this room. And we're filling them full of crap about all the stuff we've got at Davenport West, pop machines, candy machines, oh my God. And then over the intercom, we hear, "Will the students from Davenport West please report back to the office?" So now we know the gig's up. So we all stand up, take off running, work like 2 flights of stairs, run down the stairs, run out to our cars and leave. Mission accomplished. So when I get home that afternoon, and Art Giesey's waiting for me in the driveway. He says, "You're in big trouble, you committed truancy." He said, "I need to know the names of all the people that were with you. I think his daughter was with me, she might have been one of them." I said, "I'm not going to tell you." So I go to school the next day, and they asked me the same question, didn't tell them. I ended up with like 2 weeks in detention, and I'll tell you what, it was worth it. We had a blast.
Man, I wish I went to high school.
So do a lot of people.
All right, so class of '69, there's so many stories that revolve around that group of kids from that year. Would you say that the class of '69 goes down as the biggest partiers in Wilton High School history? All right, I knew you were going to say that. So, we got a little bit of housekeeping to do tonight that I thought we'd mix it with a little bit of fun. We haven't drawn a 50-50 raffle winner yet. So I've got a challenge for you. I'm going to have Joy bring up the 50-50 raffle box wherever she's at. Cindy's got it. Bring it on up. So I thought what we could do, is you draw the winning ticket. I will write each individual number on a card. We'll put each card under a glass of beer. And as you chug the glass of beer, you read each number. And by the time we get down to the whole end of the row, we'll have a winner of the 50-50 raffle ticket. Yeah! What do you say?
Well, I've been practicing for 50-some years. I think I can handle it.
You draw the ticket, and then I will fill out the cards. Oh, this is going to be the best bit ever. Okay. You think you can handle this, huh?
Yeah, I've handled a lot of things. There's only supposed to be 6, isn't there?
6 cups. 6 cups. Okay, I hope I don't mess these up. Okay. All right. As you slam the beer, read off the number. And then after that, we'll have a winner. Let me just triple check. You gotta be present to win, and if you're not present, we're gonna have to do this again. All right. Give it up for us. 1, 2, 3. 3. Give a hand.
9.
puke bucket. 69 didn't have a puke bucket. 2019's got all kinds of puke buckets.
No, it was on the side of the car.
That was fun. 360 bucks? 322 there, Cut. Now, good haul this year. Oh my goodness. All right, we have had some fun tonight. But I hate to end on kind of a note that I want to say I told you so last year. Last year, I stood up here on this very stage, and I was talking about Joe Burnett, superintendent. And we had just heard that Superintendent Burnett was going to be the shared superintendent between us and Durant. And boo! Boo, boo. And I told you all, I was like, ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. He's gonna play favorites. And wouldn't you know it? He has. Joe Burnett, raise your hand. Where are you at tonight? There he is. Put the spotlight over there on Mr. Burnett. Why don't you come on up here, Mr. Burnett? We're going to give Mr. Burnett a microphone. I'd like for you to sit right there, sir. You know what's funny is you've been playing favorites.
I have not had special relations with one.
You know, I had a good feeling that you were going to say that. So ever since the last day of school last year, my camera team's been following you. And I have video evidence to the contrary. So what do you say, Mr. Burnett? I proved to everyone here that you've been cheating on us.
It might be Rob Kirkman in this video. We're looking around alike, so it may not be that.
Who wants to see some video evidence of Mr. Burnett and cheating on us? Kill the spotlight, hit the footage. Excuse me.
That's a wrap for the 2018 school year, Beavers. But before we go, I want to be clear on a couple rumors that are floating around out there. Yes, I'm going to be a shared superintendent with our rivals, those Durant Wildcats. But I want you to know that no matter what, the Wilton Beavers will always be number one in my book. Have a great summer. We'll see you in August.
know you've got a little bit of explaining to do. But you don't really need to explain it to me, or really anybody here. There's only one person you need to explain it to.
Forgive me, Beaver, for I have sinned.
Do you think the Beaver could ever forgive you?
Would you please forgive me, Beaver? Please. Give me one more shot. I'll get rid of all my Durant stuff.
Maybe there's a song that could rekindle the flame.
If I could play the first song, or have the first song played that I met the Beaver to, maybe that would...
Superintendent in the country that's that cool. Give it up for Mr. Burnett. Have a whole bunch of milestone videos that they're going to play that you are all welcome to stick around if you like. Grab a few more drinks and chum up, and you can watch all the milestone videos. But as for me, that's a wrap. But before I go, I want to thank... Oh, hold on. Before I go, I want to thank the Alumni Association for inviting me to be part of this for the past 2 years. It's been a blast, and they have put on one hell of a show.
Thank you, Joe Braymire.
The last thing I want to say is this. I love this town, and I love that school over there. But you know what? Wilton's just a town on the map, and that school is just made out of brick. It's all of you that make this community so special. Give yourselves a round of applause. And it's all of you who are going to keep it going. Thank you. Go Beavers!
Thank you, Joe. Give him a big hand. He put his heart and soul into it for the last 6 weeks, so hope you enjoyed it. Now, thank you, alumni band. Give them a hand, everybody. Good job, fellas. All right, now, as Joe mentioned, we are now going to show the milestone tribute videos. Go ahead and kill that spot. We're going to show the milestone tribute videos, starting out with the oldest classes first, because they got to get home sooner than the younger classes. So, roll it, Randy, as far as the class of 1969. Was that a year or what? You saw one of the remnants of it up here. Good job, Hooker.
Jim Thurston. Mike Collins.
Griff, Squiffy Norton.
Tattoos.
Becky Banana Albright.
Tim Irvin.
Okay, now was that so bad?
Was it easy?
You passed that test.
Does anybody have any memories of?
Favorite teacher?
All right. Who was your favorite teacher in school? As if we already did bleeding well know.
Well, I probably shouldn't say my dad, Jack Banana, but it was algebra 2, which he didn't want me to take. All you have to do is take it to your parents tonight and show them, and they will be able to walk you through it. So I picked up my book and I took it right up to him. But he just put his hands up like he'd done.
Derwood? Okay. Yeah?
Who was it? Mrs. Thomas, typing teacher?
Yeah. Who was your favorite teacher?
Oh, I had a couple. I had Bill Kramer
Yeah.
and Mr. Dillon.
Yeah.
Well, he was probably Buck Hilton and Andy Anderson. Dave Moyer. Really good shot.
Mechanical. That's a hard call. You know, it was physics class with Mrs. Schrader.
I liked all my teachers really.
Okay.
No.
No problem.
My sisters and I shared a car, and then when my brother came along, he got a new car like every 6 months after he wrecked it.
Well, I didn't get to have one thanks to my two older brothers that kind of spoiled it for me. I didn't get the car till I got about graduated.
In 1954, my brother gave me, and I sold my go-kart to get it painted.
1955 Ford, bought it from Boyer's Workshop, $50. My first car was a 65 Custom 500 Ford four-door.
I bought Wayne Bell's car that the kids egged in high school, and it stunk so bad, and I bought it for $50. And this car over there.
I'd ride the bus. We couldn't get a car because there was too many kids, but my brother certainly got a car when he turned 16.
I got some training. And wrestling, and got kicked off both teams.
How did you get kicked off of 2 teams?
So they thought I was smoking cigarettes.
What, during practice or?
Well, yeah, all the cigarette nuts.
He had cigarette burn marks in his helmet.
That's when you're down at the end of the sidewalk, and where everybody used to meet at every union out there. By the driveway.
Kramer, Andy, he was very funny, very best one. Kramer, I didn't know, but she sat there. He swore Andy was going to have a heart attack, you know. He was all pumped up, you know. Real funny.
I only wrestled 1 year, and Kramer was the coach of Lumdale.
Jim, did you play sports?
No. I got a pass.
You didn't play sports.
But
you were a cheerleader.
We started dance there. We had the football night. I mean, we had a great team. But we were, that was the only thing. We did.
Did you have a significant other during high school? Becky?
I say Gary Hansen because that's who I married.
All right. He's better.
I played the fifth.
Everybody knows my story. I chased Marlene for 4 years. I was way over my head, but I talked her into hanging out with her. She was a smart girl, even though she stuck with me.
Nancy White.
Nancy White?
We married.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I think for that one.
Yes.
And I had Jack Allgood, and I had 4 beautiful children from him.
Anything like that?
I did. I worked at Beach Electric. Weekends and...
I had to take summer class to be able to go to driver's ed.
I remember going over a bridge in driver's ed with Mr. Wilson and shutting my eyes. I was driving.
Asked Edward to be the first driver because we could drive. And he usually had 2 packs of cigarettes with him. And he told me to drive the West Liberty interchange, and he'd usually take a nap on the interstate. Your 8's real slow around the power poles over there. And after about 20 minutes, he woke up and he didn't know where we were.
She was having a speech meet at the college. But she picked me because she couldn't find anybody else. So I got to go and be it because that was the biggest deal. I remember everybody really high marks because they didn't want to offend them.
The big deal that year in '69 was the 8-0 football game. So,
Football, we scrimmaged against the #1 team in the state.
Yeah, he did.
Every night. So Jack Hutton was the quarterback. And they get a touchdown, and I would just totally lose it. Jack says, so longer, we got to go in and go yet. Wrestling, I think I wrestled 145 pounds. 100 what? 145 weight class.
We look down.
The bull was like,
I've seen the night that he got buckshots.
Becky, you ever been to Blue Hill? It's right over there.
He wrecked right, and boy, we got some good tomatoes out of Simpson's.
We borrowed those tomatoes from the Sherwood field.
The rule was I didn't stop to pick anybody up.
Well, I really wasn't an official member of the band. The psychedelic sound machine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We used to, you know, we had a dances at City Hall.
Yeah.
I remember going.
Oh, yeah.
Had the two dances at the Cove. The musky at the artery.
Man, you broke like that, no. Lightning thunder.
Yeah.
I never went to the cemetery. I didn't go to Blue Hill either. For your skirt.
Well, you just got dark pants on, no hippie pants.
Yeah.
All I remember is that high school was really a lot of fun days with a lot of good friends that are still my good friends now. And I think that's what's special about it.
Okay.
We did have a good class. We had a large class, and we had a lot of fun.
My grandmother said we had one of the worst classes ever.
Why, I'm a hairy guy. I'm hairy, you night, 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 night. My hair is a fright. I'm hairy, high and low. But don't ask me why, 'cause he don't know. It's not for lack of bread, like the Grateful Dead. Darling, give me your hair, long beautiful hair, shining, gleaming, streaming, flaxen, flaxen. Give me down to there, shoulder length longer. Dear baby, there, mama, everywhere, daddy, daddy. Oh, it
you enjoyed that. And by the way, the winner of the 50-50 donated $322 to the scholarship fund from the class of 1990. Thank you very much, Mr. Green. Okay, who remembers 1979? It was like the end of the me decade. I was broke. Disco was raging across the nation. Right? Okay. So we're going to show one here from the class of 1979.
Carrie Kaiser Wacker, Cindy Marks Gavin,
Albert Kirkman. Who was your favorite teacher?
Mr. Luber had to share one. I thought Mr. Holden. Mine was Mrs. Gus.
I gotta say Mr. Luber also.
I'd say Mr. Holden. Mine was definitely Billy Farrell.
What was your first car?
That was purple. I think it was an 88 Oldsmobile.
88.
Oldsmobile 88. The first car I drove all the way through high school was 1971 Pea Green Pinto. I remember. It was an Omega.
What was your first car?
65 Mustang. I still have it. 75 Monte Carlo.
What'd you play?
Basketball and volleyball. The woman called me.
Did you get high a lot?
I'm just old. Liz Jenkins.
Oh, were you president?
Yeah, well, stop. It will come to us. Cheerleading, and Liz Jenkins was the cheerleading coach, and she's by far my favorite. No. I think you guys are too high.
Yes, I did.
Football?
All 4 years. Coach, Nate Coffin, and played Gail Carroll. Forensics.
So you did corner?
I was a corner.
You didn't have a corner on the side. What was the football record back then?
Not very good.
Not very good, no.
All the other teams fired a lot, but I remember a lot of 60s.
Did you work part-time at all during school?
Yes, I did. I worked at what is now CDS. There was always work till 9 o'clock. I babysat.
Did you really? Yeah. Did you babysit for?
Now we turn 40, just feel that. Yeah. I worked at the dairy bar for a friend. Forever.
Larry Green, Pond Fence.
Built, and aside from your corner duties, what did you do?
I grew up out in the country, so I helped all the local farmers.
I may or may not have babysat for my now husband's nieces and nephews.
Sneak the boyfriend over while you...
Possibly.
What did you do?
Well, I babysat also, and I babysat for Mr. Williams' kids. Jane and Jim and...
Oh, Mary.
Meredith. Here, let me rub the brown. Mystery Salt.
Okay, well, you were...
My favorite play was Arsenic and Old Lace, and I think I played Abby, the sister.
You were working at the dairy bar. How were you in any plays? Robert?
Yes, I was in a couple, but the one I remember the most is Arsenic and Old Lace. I think that was Mortimer.
You were the dead body in the window seat. You and Jeff Kaufman.
Did you have any significant other during high school?
Just a group of friends.
You married him, you always call him.
Yeah, right. She said that you married him. So,
Well, I was a freshman, he was a senior. So then by the time we got out of high school.
Hashtag me too.
So I drove my boyfriend's car. He was, I was asked to commit crime. Like after we turned 19, they bumped it up to 21. So Jeff Casey, me, Rick Norton, you. No, you were a young one. No, I got Jeff Casey, Rick Norton. We were always getting propositions. So I always send everybody to Jeff Casey and Rick Norton.
Here, steel watermelons while we were in school.
Yes. Bobby Freeman and I made plans to go duck hunting. And double barrel shotgun, broke down, 2 pieces, put it in my gym bag. Got on the school bus, came to school, walked to the parking lot, got in Bobby Freeman's truck, and we went duck hunting. We found a watermelon patch. So we grabbed all these watermelons and brought them to school. We smashed in the parking lot at the high school. And I believe that statute of limitations.
Yeah, that is right. I didn't realize what a shock of hair you had when you were young.
Genetics. Genetics. People kept slapping on the back of the head saying, "Hey, Kirkman." I'm like, what are they talking about?
You saw his sweetheart picture, right? For this year's class of 2019.
Well, have fun, because those years go by fast, and then it's all work after that. Probably, and again, boring, but try to learn to study. Common things is we don't know how to study. Just have fun, because it goes really fast.
Try not to work so hard or so much. And my grandparents always said, I remember to this day, they said, don't wish your life away. So when you're young, don't wish you're 18. And when you're my age, don't wish 65 so you retire. The time goes fast. It goes by fast.
What was the motto of the class of 79?
We drink whiskey, we drink wine. We're the class of 79.
Okay, next in our home movies will be the class of 1989. Are there any? Oh, you're starting already? I got a couple comments to make here. Class of 89. Is anybody from the class of 89 here? No. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, this one's going to be a short one. Because I don't know what went wrong in 89, but the class of 89 didn't show any enthusiasm to do a video, and maybe you should thank them for that, because this is what we got. We got the yearbook. Maybe in 10 years, when they're a milestone class again, we'll get them in there. So, class of 89. I think I was broke that year, too. class of 1994. Can it be 25 years since that year? Now this one runs a little bit longer because we got a special piece at the end, but 1994, what was going on then? Okay, the Wilton girls, well, that was a little earlier on tonight, so go ahead, Randy, roll it.
It's been 25 years.
Your name, please.
Trisha Fowler.
Mike Koss.
Jason Hartley.
Jenny Driscoll Brisker.
Sports?
No, but I helped Kramer. That was very beneficial.
Who's your favorite sports coach?
I have two, Mr. Shirk for wrestling and Tom Wilson for football.
Mr. Shirk and Tom Wilson.
Mr. Beebe and Mr. Charlton.
Were you in any plays during school?
I held off stage.
I was playing outside of school.
I was no tested.
I was not in the plays, but I did drive the car that involved the play teaching.
No, I was not going to be played.
Did you have a significant other during?
Nothing incriminating.
I did. Her name was Carrie.
I'm a lucky guy. I still have her, Heather Hartley.
Just my senior year. Austin Hawks.
Oh my gosh, a 1976 Ford LTD.
Senior year, I got a 1992 Chevy Cavalier.
I had two cars. It started out with a 67 Ford Falcon, 3 on the tree, called the Booger, because it was green. And I stepped up to a 78 Z28 Camaro T-Tops.
Cars, I had a Chevy pickup that I wrecked, and a Chevy Merlot, and then I had a Ford Thunderbird.
I had a Nissan Sentra.
She was spoiled.
You worked during school.
Yeah, I did that, and then I worked at the daycare.
So what was your hourly rate?
Oh my gosh, I think it was like $2 an hour, maybe.
Oh,
Jays and something, yeah.
I worked at the dairy bar. I ended up getting fired, a little bit of a stapling incident with my buddy BJ Dykstra. Found a few staples and some food, and
We're down here where we're at tonight at the Ribeye Restaurant.
I did. I babysat and I worked at Vermeer. So I was a bookkeeper.
Who did you babysit for?
Oh my gosh, it's a lot of time. These are having kids now, Brady's family.
Me, I babysat for Denver Nor Vermeer.
You babysat with Joe?
Yes, I did. Yes, I could tell you some stories. He was just as wild then as, oh gosh, he was just a little thing. He liked to climb up on the roof and...
Teacher?
Mary Mauer, elementary was done in OT.
Okay.
Dave Anderson, Jason Hartley, and I, we senior year taking Blaine Charlton's discrete math class. We were way out of place. The counselor and asked them to reassign us on us to register for Dave Anderson's freshman geography class. We walked in there after about a week of class, and Andy looked at us like, what the hell are you guys doing? He just sent us to the back of the room and said, you guys sit back there. Allowed us to initiate the freshmen for the whole year in his class.
my favorite subject was math, so my favorite teacher was Mr. Charlton.
Dale Kramer.
I had a lot of teachers that I really liked, but I'd probably say Mark Gus.
Assuming the statute of limitations has run out, is there anything that you would care to admit to or even rat somebody else out that happened during high school?
I did a whole lot of them. Still don't know. I still street cone. I did construction down on the line. The new water bottle that we got for the football team fell down the hill at Regina. Broke it the first time we used it.
Well, that's more clumsy than crime.
We had several parties out at Geese's Pond. There had been a few cherries come over the hill when we were out there. They got for guys like Luke Wade and Jim Phillips and Charlie Gertz and those guys back then that let us get away with just enough.
I think most of it's probably a little bit of dress and hazing. We used to take the freshmen and time up jump ropes and hang from the shackles. Of course, most of it got done to us when we were freshmen, so I guess it worked out.
No, it was pretty good in school. Driving Dwayne Mockmore's car, me and Pete drove it, and I didn't have my license. He may have got a ticket or two, but I'm sorry, Mom.
Is there something that you did that you just kept secret all these years?
My sister just reminded me this last weekend that I haven't partied once at our house. I don't even remember.
It's always birthdays on New Year's Eve, so we always had a party for her.
Running through the cemetery.
stealing grocery carts and going to the mall and crashing in the cars and stuff.
Who's your favorite band?
Wasn't it? There it is.
I listened to Metallica, I listened to them in wrestling. And Pearl Jam was out in like, was it 92, 93?
Whatever rap was thumping from Hartley's Jacked Up Nova, cruising around town.
Poison like a big thing then too.
Metallica, as I said at the time,
Metallica or Pearl Jam.
Okay.
Green Day or rap?
I can't remember.
What song do you like that?
I had a ton of cassette tapes. I loved Poison.
Hartley talked a little bit about the arguably best class of athletes that went through Wilton High School.
Through the ranks, both boys and girls. We did win a state title in baseball, and we did win a state title in dual wrestling. Third, I think, in traditional.
The girls went to, they got second in basketball and they qualified for volleyball. And then they got fifth or sixth in softball.
Carrie in track and cross country. Carrie Clevenger.
That's Mike's old girlfriend.
Tim Classy was
Played in the minors for 10 or 12 years.
He used to come to John and Donna Stadium.
Rick and I used to go and partake a little bit.
Free beer. Back then they had that.
Against the wall.
I had to take my son, he turned 16, I had to take him cruising the loop, because they don't do that anymore. It was fun.
We cruised downtown and we were blocks away from the police department. There wasn't much trouble you could really get into. I mean, we didn't
Started fire on the levee after the fire. We kicked out.
We'd sit in the levee for hours.
And the cops would come down and talk to you.
Any advice for the class of 2019?
Don't realize what happens in high school that you work the rest of your life, because it doesn't.
Just work hard and seek advice from mentors and help you along the way that benefited from that.
One of the biggest mistakes that most people make is you get to think you know everything, or you get complacent in the things that you do know how to do. You gotta constantly be able to learn, adapt yourself, change. Just don't be afraid, put yourself out there, do your best, and just try to find something that you enjoy doing.
Try hard and that'll pay off. Do what you want to do in life. Have fun along the way and don't party too much in school.
I would say get married. Mike says don't think that you have to know what you're going to do right away the rest of your life. Just do what you love.
Yeah, it is me to say.
most jive, or a favorite team, or a favorite player, or who was the best. And you could pick out some individual teams, I guess. Having an undefeated baseball team probably would be like a favorite team. But I always come to the 93, 94 girls at Will. And to me, that is what started my family. As a young Will, I should note the 93, 94 boys were pretty darn good too. State titles in dual wrestling and baseball, both in Marshalltown. Within the paper, we kind of began calling Marshalltown Championship City. But the girls is where it really happened. It started in 93 in volleyball, and this made it to state, I think, for the first time ever. And Brenda Grunder, who's the coach now, was the coach then. She's had quite a career, 30 plus years coaching. It went on from there to basketball, and that's where I remember these girls was in basketball. It's where they had their best result. They were runners-up in the Eastern Hawkeye Conference, and that was the conference I remember. That was the conference growing up. Boy, did we have rivalries. We ended up going to the state tournament that year, and all year, Solon, who was in our conference, and had a great gal by the name of Autumn Feeder. And if you say that name to the girls in 94, that probably still haunts their dreams. We lost 2 games in the regular season and got to the state tournament. They were ranked number 1 all year, and boy, if we didn't win our way to the final and play. And we were leading a lot of that game and lost, I believe, 76-72.
Did you go to that game?
These are fade in and out to me because I watched them in so many things. But I do believe I was there. I had a cousin on the team, Nikki Bradley. She made the All-State team that year. Now that I get to go to a lot of the state tournaments as a journalist, when I mention I'm from Norfolk, people still talk about that game. And that Fika girl from Solon, I think, scored 34 points in that game and had to make free throws down the stretch to win. And it's just, we move on to, softball. They were the second ever softball team to qualify for the state tournament, so they qualified for that as well. And then in between, we had this great runner named Carrie Clever. And she made state 4 times in cross country place. She made state in all the distance events, track. And in the end, you had a group of girls that made it to 5 state tournaments. I mean, when you ask what I remember is these girls, I remember I'm an 11-year-old impressionable boy. These girls were the type of girls that they'd show up for a ball game, regardless of the sport. Get dirty, bruise you, beat you, get the life right out of you. But then they could show up at school the next day and they could show up and win homecoming. I mean, they'd be your prom queen. They were the girls that you wanted to take to the dances and the girls you wanted to go to the Beaver Den at night and watch playing ball. And that is what I would remember about, those girls on that team. And just having a cousin on the team made me feel that much more a part of it. All these years living here, growing up here, all these years working here, I constantly go back to these archives whenever I can because it makes me kind of relive my childhood and my love for the Beatles. But a handful of years ago, Brenda Grunder, who coached that volleyball team, had invited all of her former state teams to come back for kind of a reunion. The 93 girls were part of that and got invited. And a lot of them came back, and I wrote a comment about it. Because, any chance I can get, again, to talk about these girls is just wonderful for me. And I vividly remember, I went up to Brenda after their home match that night. And I said, Brenda, I'll take the 93 girls right now in a matchup against your current girls. I mean, these girls, Ted, if you think they were fit in 93, they were just as fit, 20 plus years later, at this event. So, again, those girls to me were like wonderful. They were like wonderful, like Superman, to me. And again, any chance I get to see them or the crews or whatever, just brings back.
Let's hear it for the class of 1994. Can you all stand? I'll just give you a round of applause. Class of 1994. All right. You made quite an impression on our newspaper editor. Okay, we got one more. You've been very patient. Thank you for hanging in there. The class of 2004. These of 2004.
Mr. Hewitt, Michelle, they used her so much in class. By the time we graduated, he was like, oh my God. He's like, I didn't show up in class.
Yeah, no. Oh, Matt.
Yeah, probably Hewitt. Jake Serrano. Right, ladies, who's come out? I would probably say Hewitt too. I think we had the most fun in that class.
Who was your favorite sports coach? I'm assuming you all.
Cheerleader. I wasn't in sports. I just like
Wrestling managers?
for variety show in junior high. Listen. She was supposed to flip me over her back and she collapsed and Stacey Howard.
Did you have a significant other during high school? Or maybe platoon?
Who do you guys think was my significant other? Who? Bill Bartelt.
Okay. Did you have a significant other in high school before that?
No, not really. Right? Yes, we dated a lot. We still love. No.
Let's make it not. Did you ever try to date a boy?
I dated Alice Carter for a couple years, and then I dated Catherine soon after. Yeah.
The first car that you had during high school?
I will very proudly say it was a 1989 Progressive. And then for a while, every time I turned the steering wheel, it would honk. And Joe put in like a boat horn as the car horn, so every time I would turn it would go, ah!
What was your first car?
Mine was a 95 black Glendale. I love that car. By the end, so the back bumper was ducty.
Do you still have your first car?
Oh, God. I'm an 87 little bear. A few years and for 5 quarters of the range.
What was your first car?
Liz is green jam. Probably right. I'm a slow parking lot. Last one in the line, I cut the corner too short and I was too short.
Take some dessert home. It looks scrumptious. Late night snack never hurt anybody after an alumni banquet. Thank you, everybody. See you next